Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final defense of my PhD thesis. This dissertation was conducted under the supervision of Chiyama Sensei, Ohe Sensei, and Shimoguchi Sensei, with special collaboration from Hatanaka Sensei, Tirano Sensei, and Dr. Benedict Paul from Haiti. My name is Valsin Rival. I obtained my bachelor degree in agricultural economics from the State University of Haiti and a master's degree in agribusiness management from Tokyo University of Agriculture. First of all, I want to take time to thank the jury for the valuable comment they share with me from my preliminary defense, which was really important to improve the final presentation. This research was conducted in Haiti. Haiti is located in the Caribbean Sea, next to Dominican Republic, close to Cuba and Jamaica, not so far from the United States of America. Haiti is divided into 10 districts. My research are mainly conducted in the southern department of Haiti. Here we present the Haitian agriculture at a glance. We introduce information about farmers, most common crops and livestock, as well as most common savings strategies, and also most common risk management techniques used by farmers. We also introduce some key terms that we'll be using throughout the presentation, such as in-kind payments, openness to innovation or novelty, and ex ante evaluation is one of the core chapters of these tests. Haitian agriculture is facing high risks that affect productivity and the competitiveness of farmers. The reason is because Haiti is located in the pathway of many natural disasters. Uh, for example, during the last 2 decades, Haitian agriculture experienced a lot of losses due to hurricanes that place Haiti in the top 5 countries most affected by natural disasters during the last 2 decades. Apart of this position problem, the vulnerability of Haiti is also due to a low level of preparedness. For example, agricultural insurance coverage in Haiti is still less than 1%. Additionally, there is risk linked to delay in farm operations and difficult access to the market. Therefore, it's become harder for microfinance institutions providing credit to farmers to get reimbursed. Despite those problems, we cannot give up on farming in Haiti because agriculture still represents a quarter of Haiti's GDP and provide half of the employment. This is why the government of Haiti, through the Central Bank, uh, uh, has the goal to develop strategies to help farmers and microfinance institutions managing risk linked to agriculture. And as a contribution to that goal, we decided to conduct our thesis dissertation under the title of Technology Adoption and Risk Management in Haitian Farming, a business model perspective for venture creation. The purpose is to propose tools and techniques that can be used to manage risk linked to climate hazard in Haitian farming and suggest business strategies and model for new ventures providing technologies to farmers. The approach starts with a problem-solving framework in which the main problem is that Haitian farming is facing high risks affecting its productivity. Therefore, we propose that farmers adopt new technologies in order to become productive. However, Haitian farmers are mostly poor farmers. They have financial barrier. That's why we suggest that they enter in contract with agribusiness firm because firm will help them to access to the necessary technologies. Therefore, it is important to conduct research in order to find out the openness of Haitian farmers to novelty, as well as the willingness to pay for those technologies. In addition, it is important to develop new diffusion strategies for agribusiness firm and also assess the viability of any program. For this reason, we decided to follow the new product development process suggested by Kotler and Armstrong within an eight stages process, going from idea conception and screening until commercialization. And the idea of a step-by-step process, we divided the task into four main studies, and each main study is connected to one of the major applications from this thesis. The first one is a feasibility study conducted in southern Haiti. The second is a study on entrepreneurial intention for agricultural students in Haiti. The third one is a product development uh, study, an ex-ante evaluation. And the last one is an integrative review conducted on agricultural mutual insurance in Asia, Latin America, and the Caribbean. Therefore, our thesis is structured into 7 chapters. From the general introduction, we have a narrative review, uh, and then the 4 major publications, and the general conclusions. In the remaining time, we'll be introducing the from chapter 2 until the journal conclusion. And for each chapter, we will focus on the problem, research questions, objectives, conceptual frameworks, methodology, results, and discussions and conclusions. Without further ado, let's dive into the chapter 2. Chapter 2 is a narrative review on risk management, technology adoption, business model, and venture creation. Those are the key concepts from the thesis title. In the first section, we talk about risk management. We introduce some definitions of risk management, talk about notions of risk such as vulnerability and resilience. We also introduce some approaches of risk management such as diversification, risk sharing, and we conclude with hazard categorization and type of risk. In the next section, we talk about technology adoption. We introduce theories and model related to um, technology adoption, such as the the theory of planned behavior, the theory of reasonable action, the TDF, the TAM, and the out. In this thesis, we have one chapter uh, uh, supported by the theory of planned behavior, and we have another chapter which is supported by the technology acceptance model. And finally, we talk about business model. We introduce some definitions of business model, type of uh, business model innovation approaches, and different formats of business model. And this thesis, there is one chapter where we develop a business model canvas, and another chapter is related to the design thinking approach of business model. Now for the chapter 3, the title is Assessing the Acceptability and the Feasibility of an Agricultural Package of Technologies for Risk Management in Southern Haiti. This chapter covered the 3 first stages of the new product development. And the framework is that uh, from the first package of technology suggested through our master thesis, we suggest the introduction of a financial tool for risk management and Haitian farming. So here is the uh, idea as conceived. Now it is important to screen the idea and test the concept. That's why our main objective is to assess the feasibility and acceptability of the concept. More specifically, we want to find a perception of Haitian agricultural expert in the concept. We want also to identify the relationship between farm and farmers characteristics and the propensity to adopt new technologies. And finally, we want to evaluate farmers' willingness to pay for the concept. To do so, we conducted two different surveys. First, we surveyed agri-professionals in Haiti, 28 of them, and then we conducted field survey for 234 farmers. In addition, we used secondary data from a recent survey conducted by Kiskia University in Haiti. For data analysis, we use the multinomial logistic regression and the linear regression to determine factors affecting openness of Haitian farmers to innovation. And we also conducted an association test by the means of the Cochrane mental answer test. For the result, at the screening phase, we ask the expert to score the concept based on 6 indicators. Example, how it meets a need, its superior and use value, etc. The target was 70%, okay? And then according to the result, you can see that experts scored the concept as 79.4%. In addition, they predict the possibility of a wide acceptation and profit at 61%, and the certitude of a wide acceptation and profit at 25%. So based on this, we can say that the concept passed the screening phase. And now for the testing phase, it is the survey conducted with farmers. First, we ask farmers about their willingness to participate in the program, and 93% of them are willing to join the program. In addition, according to this graphic, farmers are willing to pay, on an average, 10% of their harvested crop for a stabilization account, which is a sort of premium. As for the regression, this table 3.2 show the factors that that have a significant impact on farmers' openness to technologies. They are, for example, gender, revenue, farm size, etc. Now, the association tests show that there is a high association between financial inclusion and farmers' openness to such financial technology. In conclusion, we can say that the concept passed the screening and the testing phase of its development because it is high rated by agri-professionals and farmers are willing to join it and to pay for it. Before we can move to the marketing strategy development phase. Meanwhile, we provide some recommendations based on the results. It is important to start with a limited group and preferably women, and also giving clear explanation or even doing demonstration for the potential buyers. And for the paid and cash stabilization account, farmers must pay between 7 and 10% to join the program. Now, while we are moving, some new questions arise. First of all, how will this stabilization account system be structured? What should be the key features to guarantee its success? We note that the stabilization account is a sort of mutual self or mutual instruments. Self if one person or mutual if it's include different people. This is why we conducted an integrative review on micro-level scheme of agricultural mutual insurance in Asia, Latin America, and the Caribbean. The specific question that we are answering are, what do successful agricultural mutual insurance schemes have in common? What triggers their particularities? And which approach still need to be implemented that could be relevant? The answers to those questions will be structured into the business model canvas with focus on key partners, key activities, cost structure and revenue stream, and distribution channel. To do so, we conducted an integrative review on literature from 2000 to 2024 on scheme having at least 10 years old. For the report, we follow the PRISMA methodology. For data extraction, we collected data from Google Scholar and other relevant search engines such as ScienceDirect, Scopus, and MDPI. After collection, screening, and review, we end up with 122 paper and report that we use in the review and 58 report and paper that we use in the qualitative analysis. The scheme written in the analysis are from 6 countries: Japan, China, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Mexico. As a result, in the table 42, which is about key partnership, this table shows us who the partners usually are and how they are structured based on the type of scheme. For example, there is no state reinsurer where the scheme is led by microfinance institutions. For this reason, they resort to the World Bank or regional bank for support. Okay. Now, in table 4.3, it shows us about the most relevant activities. We retain that activities such as data collection, data generation, disaster prevention program, training and education, monitoring and evaluation are crucial for the success of the scheme. In terms of cost structure and revenue stream, we retain that the average operational underwriting cost should be uh, under 15% of the sum insured. The premium cost should not exceed 10%, and the average long-term ratio should be lower than 50%. Now, in terms of delivery channel, both individual and group registrations are used. However, there are always some compulsory or mandatory conditions over a certain package. In summary, now we have the representative business model canvas, which was our objective. And then here we introduce some scope and limitation. It is important to note that our goal was not to compare the scheme from different countries, but it is a parallel lecture where we will identify the most important feature in order to build the representative business model canvas. And although there is a necessity uh, for and for the scheme to be international for countries small like Haiti, for example. But fortunately, Haiti is member of the CCRIF, which is the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility. We're grouping 23 countries from the Caribbean. In conclusion, the review helps us to answer the question, what does scheme have in common, what triggers the particularity, and what new could be done. For example, introducing an agribusiness and the distribution channel would help to combat moral hazard, and a paid-in-kind arrangement would reduce misappropriation of credit found. In terms of recommendation, additional partners are needed, such as government, microfinance institution, CCRF, that we just introduced. And also, there should be one of the partners to lead the scheme. In the case of Haiti, the microfinance institution uh, seem to be the most suitable to lead the scheme as they are currently the one providing agricultural credit to farmers. So now we can confidently move to the next stages of business analysis and product development. But while we are moving, we are answering the question about how suitable will the arrangement be for the microfinance institutions, as they are the one who are going to lead it. And also, how can we effectively implement the concept between partners? Because it is not anymore uh, a concept between two partners, but it is a cross-sector concept between the Central Bank of Haiti, microfinance institutions, agribusiness firms, and farmers. That leads us to chapter 5, ex ante evaluation across sector business model for risk management in new product development, the case of Haitian farming. We started by introducing some facts about financial policy in Haiti. There are some few policy in Haiti for uh, financing agriculture. They evolved from 1953 until 2022. But we retain that the central bank is the one providing the necessary standards that microfinance institutions must follow. And they also developed the credit union inspection department to inspect the activities of the microfinance institution. Those MIF are usually credit union in the case of Haiti, and those are mostly what we survey during this chapter. Also, fact about past experience in agricultural instruments in Haiti. One of them was on 2011 by conducted by one of the biggest uh, MIF in Haiti, but unfortunately, it was described as a failure because it was discontinued. But most recently, in the most known experience of agricultural insurance in Haiti was conducted by CFA, Agricultural Financing and Insurance System in Haiti. Uh, this the agricultural insurance program started in 2014, but after 4 years, the evaluation, as suggested by the World Bank, this program couldn't be transferred to a commercial mode because it's not gonna be uh, profitable for commercial institutions, and also it and also there is a lack of distribution channel to reach producers. That's why in our case, our objective is to co-develop and evaluate ex ante a cross-sector business model for waste management and Haitian farming. Specifically, we want to co-design, evaluate, and propose a cross-sector business model for agricultural risk management in agricultural financing. From the beginning, we assume that a minimum extensible compensation MEC will be the most suitable approach for risk transfer for the involved institution. The minimum extensible compensation MEC is a term developed, is a concept developed within these tests. We also developed a formula on how to calculate this MEC. So according to the MEC, there is a minimum compensation that farmers can receive. This minimum compensation is equal to the contribution, the seasonal contribution. However, the compensation can be increased based on the time and according to a certain rate. Additionally, it may increase due to subsidy that they receive from the government or other institutions. With such calculation, the program will be viable, equitable, and feasible. In other words, it will be suitable for the microfinance institution as leader of the scheme. So, to confirm this assertion, we conducted interview and survey with 22 microfinance institutions in Haiti. What we do, we introduce the concept for 15 minutes, then we ask him to evaluate the concept. When we are introducing the concept, we divide it into three different versions based on how close the finance institution want to be to the farmers and whether or not they want to use cash in the agreement, and also if they want the agribusiness to be at the center of the agreement or not. So we use an integrative design approach for concept selection based on expert opinion and to come up with a validated uh, model. We ask the representative to score the concept based on 8 indicators. This model was suggested by Matthew and Makoda. The indicators are value creation, for example, sufficient size of market, willingness to try, etc. We know there is a different weight for each indicator. Now, the people we interviewed, they are generally leaders of the institutions. I mean, if they want to adopt the concept, they have the power to apply it in the institutions because mostly they are general directors, board, the president of board administration, branch directors, etc. The first thing we ask them is to make a comparison of between the new concept we introduced, the MEC, and the conventional form of insurance based on viability, equitability, and feasibility. And as we can see on this graphic, they always score the MEC higher compared to the conventional form of insurance. And when we verify if this is a significant difference, we found that the MEC is significantly high scored than the conventional insurance. The second thing, we asked him to make a comparison of the different versions, not to choose one of them, but to identify the most important features for each version. Globally, we can see that the approach has high value creation, high sufficient size of market, and superiority over competition. But within or between the version, there are always some slight difference for features. Based on those slight difference, we come up with a validated version uh, using the most important features. So here we introduce the validated version. This approach starts with farmers being able to subscribe with agribusiness firm. They subscribe using crops, not cash, and they will receive a yellow voucher from agribusiness firm to confirm the subscription with microfinance institution. And when they confirm, they can receive a loan on the form of a green voucher that they will use to buy inputs and service from agribusiness firm. The finance institutions are the one who are going to provide cash to the agribusiness firm. The agribusiness firm are required to ensure the activity through the finance institutions, and the finance institution will be insured by an agency of the central bank. And at the average time, farmers will sell the crop to um, agribusiness firm. They will be paid with a yellow voucher, and then they will first pay their credit with microfinance institution and receive back the revenue or and profit. If everything goes well, they can go for the next a season. But if anything occur uh, during the years, any disaster, the central bank will compensate the finance institutions, and the finance institutions will be the one to compensate both farmers and agribusiness firms. In conclusion, this evaluation study helped us to come up with a validated version, a minimum extensible compensation. And this approach, we would reduce the use of liquidity and their arrangement that will help to combat moral hazard. And also, it connect farmers to the market and help to reduce delay in farm operations. In terms of recommendations, um, in terms of recommendation, the concept should be properly explained to the stakeholders, and also they should promote the creation of agribusiness suppliers and buyers. And then rated registration is needed, and a monitoring system will help to combat moral hazard, such as side selling by farmers. We have some new observation arise. As we show here, it's important to promote the creation of agribusiness suppliers and buyers because it is observed that there is not enough agribusiness in the country to implement the model. For this reason, the central bank clearly define their main target, which is the agricultural student, according to the second objective of their CNFA program. They want to promote venture creation in agriculture via agricultural student, which is theoretically supported by the theory of occupational identity. Um, this theory specified that there is a strong connection between being and doing, or between there is a sense of belonging upon completion of apprenticeship. This is why the agricultural students are the most suitable for promoting agricultural venture creation. And this uh, occupational identity can be enlarged due to certain factors, for example, education. Okay, that leads us to the chapter 6 we conducted, which is creating new venture, risk management in Haiti, study on entrepreneurial intention. The question we are answered are about the intention of agri-student in Haiti and factors that affecting their intention to become entrepreneur, and also uh, the possibility for Haitian government to promote new venture creation in agriculture. Mainly, we want to determine Haitian agri-student intention toward becoming agribusiness people. For the theoretical framework, we will be following the theory of planned behavior suggested by Arsene, which determine there's three main factors that determine intention, and that intention will become behavior in the future. The best way to estimate intention is through conviction and conscious awareness. And these refer to knowledge and well-informed interest. This is why the question we ask it, uh, would you like to become an agribusiness person in the future? Have you been looking for knowledge related to entrepreneurship? How can you score yourself in terms of risk tolerance and your point of view related to uh, uh, climate risk faced by Haitian farming? So we use those indicators to determine to uh, determine the intention, and we uh, use 14 attributes uh, according to the model suggested by Tunis to see how the intention can be affected by the attitude toward behavior, subjective norm, and perceived behavioral control. To do so, we survey 200 students from public and private school, university and vocational school. They are generally male students between 20 and 30 years old. Uh, in terms of results, we found that average students, they have high willingness to become an entrepreneur in the future. But we don't rely only on the willingness. We calculate an amplitude that weight their intention, and it is based on the indicators and attributes. As a result, they show an amplitude of intention at 65.7% as shown in this table. And within the factors, we can see that the perceived behavioral control has the lowest contribution to their intention. And the regression shows that training, quest for autonomy, sense of opportunity identification, and having a model of entrepreneur or enterprise are have significant influence on student intention to become entrepreneur. In conclusion, there is evidence of a strong entrepreneurial intention of Haitian agricultural students to become entrepreneurs. Therefore, the government can confidently develop some program promote venture creation in agriculture. Therefore, it is important to work on their perceived behavioral control, such as uh, giving them entrepreneurship training, possibility to do to have to acquire experience. Also, providing the resources they will need to start their ventures. In summary, this thesis was focusing on Haitian, Haitian farming is facing high risks. And then we introduced a new framework on risk management on how they can address this. We started by conducting a feasibility study on technology adoption with farmers and also uh, agricultural expert. And we suggest business model that the ventures can apply to to promote or make the diffusion of uh, of technologies to manage risk. And at the end, we conducted uh, a study on student entrepreneurial intention about creating new venture in agriculture in Haiti. Thank you so much for paying attention.